Dr. Zakir Naik, I'm a Maldivian. I'm still struggling to believe in religion. That's why I just came to the front of this row. I was born a Maldivian. My parents taught me the religion Islam. They are good practitioners actually. I have read a lot of books. I have read the translation of Quran, yet I still don't believe in a religion. So what do you say is my verdict in Islam? Because Maldives is definitely a Muslim state.
Can you answer the question again?
My question is, I am a Maldivian.
Yes.
I don't believe in religion.
Yes.
What do you think my verdict would be, since Maldives is 100% Muslim, as many claim, but I don't believe so?
The microphone, please.
I request the sound person not to switch off this microphone. Keep the microphone on, no problem. Keep it always on 100%. Don't put on and off. Don't fiddle with the switch. Keep it on always, please. The other microphones on the questions you can put on and off. My microphone, keep it on always. Jazakallah, shukran. The brother posed the question. He is a Maldivian, born to a religious family, who are Muslims. He read books on Islam, he read the Quran, but doesn't believe in religion. What is his status? So you have to go and ask the government. Well, the government tells me 100% Muslim. Now you say one non-Muslim is there. If you don't believe in religion, what? Don't you believe in Islam or don't believe in religion? Means you don't believe in Islam. That means you're not a Muslim.
No.
You're not a Muslim.
I am not.
So then you have to go and ask the Maldivian government, I'm not a Muslim, what should we do? I don't know whether they'll take away your nationality or not. I don't know.
To know your opinion about apostasy, does that come on me, or do you think that I was a Muslim because I just was born to Muslim parents, and because Maldives is a 100% Muslim state? Sorry, I don't want to say 100%. A Muslim state.
100% minus 1.
Whatever.
I pose the question, what is the state in Islam or apostasy? Since I was born as a Muslim. See, Quran, our beloved Prophet Muhammad said that every child is born as a Muslim. Muslim means person who submits his will to God. Person who submits his will to God is called as a Muslim. Later on is influenced by his teachers, by his parents, and then he may deviate, do idol worship, do fire worship. Therefore, when a person, a non-Muslim, becomes a Muslim, the more appropriate word is revert rather than convert. As far as Islam about apostasy, that we are talking about death penalty. Are you talking about death penalty?
Verdict for apostasy is...
What is the verdict? Now I'm asking you, what is your knowledge? You have read books on Islam. What is your verdict?
As far as I know, it is death.
So why don't you go and say that? The problem is knowledge of Islam is weak. What you have done, brother, you have read wrong books on Islam. Now because you read wrong books on Islam, therefore we have deviated from Islam. So my request to you is, read correct books about Islam. Inshallah you will come back to Islam. So my request for you is, you may be saying your parents are. So what you are doing is you are rejecting the wrong Islam. And even I reject wrong Islam. So you have read wrong books, maybe you read Western books, maybe you read books on Islam that are criticizing Islam, and you got so much influenced. You say your parents are religious, maybe they are, I don't know. But if you have been influenced by the wrong practice of Islam, that is the reason you are rejecting wrong Islam. What I want you to tell me, in this talk of mine, I will come to your answer. About apostasy, I'll come to it. I'm not running away from the answer. I'm asking you, in this talk of mine, what did you find what was illogical?
About trying to convince a robber that there is life after?
Yes? What happened? What, right or wrong?
I don't think you can convince him.
No, you tell me one thing, then why robbing is bad? Can you give me a reason without life after death? Can you prove to a robber who's intelligent, who's logical, and says why it is bad for him? He's not talking bad for others. He's saying prove to you, you should prove to him why it is bad for me if I am a robber. Without life after death, you cannot prove at all. Give me one reason.
I don't know, you have not been able to convince me. So
Not convince me, you convince me why it is wrong.
I'm not claiming anything here.
I'm telling I am a robber, I am intelligent. According to you, robbing is good or bad?
I'm sorry we are going into a debate. I don't think we need this.
Is robbing
you just
good?
Answer my question.
Is robbing good or bad according to you?
Bad.
So you say it is bad without reason, that means you are a illogical person.
Thank you very much.
You said you cannot, you don't have to convince me. That means you are saying things which you don't have to convince anyone, things which are not logical. So if I give an answer, wait, I'm going to give an answer. Again you say you are not convinced. What am I going to do? If a person doesn't know maths, I'm saying 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. I'm not convinced. What am I going to do? So the problem is you have to be educated from starting, from the scratch. Time doesn't permit in question answer time to educate you from the scratch. You may have got
Can I ask you one specific question?
No, you cannot.
Fine.
You have to go behind the queue and wait for your time. Right? I have to answer your question on apostasy. Apostasy and apostrophe. As far as apostasy, a person who is a Muslim and becomes a non-Muslim. In Islam, there are many cases, it doesn't mean death penalty. It's not death penalty. There were cases in which Sahabas, when the Prophet told that this person who was a Muslim became a non-Muslim, kill him. So one of the Sahabas says, he's my relative, let him go. The Prophet agreed. So it's compulsory, death penalty is not there. But if the person who reverts, who was a Muslim, then converts to and becomes a non-Muslim and propagates his faith and speaks against Islam, and if it's Islamic rule, then the person should be put to death. But just because a person who is a Muslim becomes a non-Muslim, death penalty is not the ruling. But if a person in the Islamic state of law, which follows Quran and Sunnah, follows Quran, constitution should be Quran, not Muslim state, Islamic state. There's a difference between a Muslim state and Islamic state. Muslim state means majority are Muslims. Islamic state means people follow Islam. So Maldives is a Muslim state, not Islamic state. You know that? Maldives is a Muslim country. It's a Muslim country. If you were an Islamic country, if you were in the Islamic country, you would have been questioned. You have a freedom of expression, but freedom of expression is limited. It's limited. As I told you, I don't know of any country in the world which is 100% Islamic.